Yo, what is up YouTube? James Baek here, and welcome back to another episode of VGC 17 Backflip Battles. Today we are still using this team created by the national champion of Japan as well as the current world champion, and he won both events. So we're using the Pelipper, Golduck, Serena, Tapu, Koko, Metagross, and Garchomp for today, and let's get started. This is actually probably one of the latest times I've ever recorded a video, although it's not really that late. I guess it's kind of like almost about 9 o'clock, but for me that's kind of late because I don't want to play Pokemon at night. I really don't. I just want to get some sleep. But there's a disco party, like actually like 3 blocks. It's like 3 blocks walking distance. I went there already. I know, wasn't even impressed. It's like just everyone wearing like headphones. It's like light up headphones. It's not even really a party, so I don't even get it. Actually, that's better. That's better. I was just about to say, why is this so dark? And then I realized my lamp is off. So we got Mr. Quinn with the team of Tapu Koko, Garchomp, Arcanine, Celesteela, Ninetales, and Snorlax. I don't know. Okay, this is basically an interesting matchup. Like, Ninetales doesn't beat Rain. Ninetales doesn't actually beat Rain. But it's going to be a bit tricky to handle this team. It's going to be a bit tricky. What do I want to use against this team? I think Pelipper Golduck is a fine lead because it just pressures the Ninetales switch turn 1. So I think I want to go Pelipper Golduck here. It's probably Scarf Garchomp. Scarf Garchomp. I don't have Ice Beam on the Golduck, so that could make things a bit more difficult. Definitely could make things a bit more difficult. Do I need Tapu Koko? Like, Tapu Koko does well. If only I have Volt Switch, man. But Electro Ball might just be so useful for that Snorlax. I think I do want to bring Tapu Koko. And honestly, I am kind of just wanting to go Garchomp. Although Metagross is pretty good because it is a switch to Ninetales. Okay, I think I do want to bring Metagross. Do I want to bring Tapu Koko or do I want to bring Garchomp? Okay, I wanted a few more seconds. Maybe I shouldn't have started talking. I kind of wanted Garchomp just because, like, Scarf Garchomp would have been able to sweep the Arcanine, the Tapu Koko. It's just, it would have been such a good mon, but, just couldn't decide what I want. I definitely want Metagross because it is a Blizzard switching. Garchomp Celesteela is going to lead, which is okay for me actually, because I'm not really worried about Celesteela. Like, Celesteela can't really do much to the mode that I have currently, and what I can just do here is just go for a Scald into Garchomp. Unfortunately, I do not have that Ice Beam. I think what my opponent's trying to do is bait the Ice Beam into that Garchomp slot, so you can just go into Ninetales on the switching. But yeah, so I think the best play here, I could go into Tapu Koko. I think Tapu Koko is a very safe play. I really doubt you would Earthquake here. Under any circumstances, you should never Earthquake. You should always switch out Garchomp. And I think Tapu Koko is a good switch in. Like, Metagross could also be a decent switch in. But I think Tapu Koko, because it does outspeed the Ninetales and pressures it. So I think I'm just going to go for the Scald into the Garchomp slot and just switch out on Tapu Koko. As my opponent stays in very questionable play. Unless you're protecting. Maybe if you're going to protect here and switch to Ninetales with the Celesteela, then I guess that kind of makes sense. No, he just stays in. Oh, please tell me he's not going for Scarf Earthquake. Get the burn. Yeah. Like, you stayed in. I deserve to get that. He just goes for Rock Slide. Okay. Are you trying to KO my Pelipper with, like, a Heavy Slam combo? Which I don't think would have knocked out anyway. Yeah, just goes for Heavy Slam. That wouldn't have knocked out Pelipper at all. And now I'm in an actually very fantastic position. We don't confirm that the Garchomp is Scarf here, because it could be like SD or something, but I'm in a very solid position here. I'm actually just going to go for a... I kind of just want to Scald Thunderbolt the Garchomp slot, because I'm going to be able to get rid of the Garchomp no matter what, I feel like. Because I could definitely see Garchomp switching out here, yet it's burned anyway, and it really doesn't do much to my team, where I don't think it really hurts me too much at all. So I think I'm just going to Thunderbolt the Celesteela slot, and I'm just going to go for the Scald into the Garchomp slot. I feel like it's a very safe play no matter what. I'm already in a very, very good position here, as the Celesteela is going to protect on my opponent's side, which definitely does make some sense. I will get a Scald off into this Garchomp, so Garchomp will be going down to that Rain Boosted Scald. So we are in a very, very solid spot here, as the Thunderbolt will go into the Protect. Turn 1, very questionable. I definitely don't think Rock Slide plus Heavy Slam knocks out Pelipper. Maybe not mine to... okay, my opponent did have Ninetales. Okay, this is kind of interesting. There's a... Oh man, they're making a huge ruckus outside. I'm sorry if you hear any of that, by the way, but there's nothing I can do. I'm in a college dorm room. It's not like my own house. So, Ninetales is going to come out. I'm not really too worried about Ninetales. Freeze Dry is definitely a move that could come out here. I do want to save my Tapu Koko, and I definitely do want to prevent an Auroraville no matter what here. It would have been easier if I could have Volt Switch here, but I'm just going to go switch out into Pelipper and Scald and Ninetales. I don't think Freeze Dry will knock out my Golduck at this range, because Timid Ninetales is very weak. It really is super weak. So, Pelipper will come out. I do want to try to save my Tapu Koko for the Celesteela endgame, as we're just going to see a Blizzard. Pelipper avoids the attack. Freeze doesn't even matter here, to be honest, because Scald will unfollow me no matter what. So I'm looking pretty good right here. We do get the Scald off, and that will be able to 2-hit KO the Ninetales easily. Yeah. And it gets the burn, but I don't think this one really matters too much unless it switches out. But I'm pretty sure it's still in Life Orb Dazzling Gleam range anyway, as the Celesteela is just going to break my Sash with a Heavy Slam. But again, I'm not really too worried here. I could probably just Tailwind up very safely here. Like, I actually just don't see a way my opponent... Like, my opponent has 0 switch-ins. And I'm just going to Tailwind up because in case Tapu Koko is in the back... Actually, it doesn't even really matter because I'm going to pin the Ninetales slot here. I'm just going to Scald the Ninetales slot. And Celesteela, again, my Tapu Koko just handles it and it can't really do anything. The worst thing it can do is Leech Seed, really, unless it has Seed Bomb. But if it had Seed Bomb, it would have went for it probably earlier in the game. So I'll get a Tailwind up, so I'll be guaranteed to outspeed anything. Could just went for a Scald, but like, there's no point of... I don't need Scald right now. I don't need to Scald damage because unless the Celesteela is AV, but it's not AV because we already revealed Protect and... Did we reveal Protect? We definitely revealed Leech Seed. I think it went for Protect earlier. So, yeah, and Tapu Koko comes out. I'm just going to Hydro Vortex that slot. Again, my Tapu Koko cleans up the Celesteela endgame. So I feel like I'm okay in this position. So I'm just going to Hydro Vortex and Scald the Tapu Koko slot. I mean, Hydro Vortex is still going to do a lot, even the Tapu Koko protects. Again, I have no reason to target down the Celesteela. I really don't. And I guess now I can sack Metagross. So I guess it's like having Garchomp in the back or in a Metagross slot really didn't matter since I was able to knock out the Ninetales a lot easier than I expected. Yet, you know, it was just nice to have a Blizzard switch in. Even though we did avoid the Blizzard with Pelipper, I don't think it really changed too much in this game. Again, Tapu Koko kind of sweeps the game anyway, as well as Golduck at this rate. So Hydro Vortex should do like 40-60%. Yep. To protect because it is that strong, and we do Scald into the Tapu Koko's protect as Heavy Slam is going to come out, and this is really not going to do much at all. It targets down my Golduck. I guess if it gets the special defense boost, I kind of imagine it'd be physically defensive, to be honest. That's kind of what most players run on this kind of team. But even if it's specially defensive, like Electric Terrain disappears, so I get to reset it when my Tapu Koko comes in, and I'll just be able to pick up some KO. So I'll just go for a Scald right here. Or should I just Encore? I think Encoring the Celesteela might be the play. Yeah, I think going for Encore in the Celesteela might just be the play. Just because of the fact that if I Encore him, he can't Protect Stall like my Electric Terrain or anything. So Encore is just fine here in my opinion. And I'll just Scald the Tapu Koko. My opponent's not even going to go for a double Protect. Try Stall out the Tailwind / Rain. And I will be able to knock out the Tapu Koko with that Scald. So Tapu Koko does go down. And the Celesteela can only go for Heavy Slam right here. So it can't even get Leech Seed recovery. And with Encore mechanics, had a 50% chance to target either one of my slots unless they fixed it in Generation 7, but when you Encore a Pokemon, the opponent, if it's using a move, will target down a random Pokemon decided by 50-50. So I don't remember the Beast Boost that the Celesteela got. I think it says Special Defense, but even if it's Special Defense, like Scald plus Thunderbolt should be able to finish the game, and I could just Scald Protect here just in case because it gives me the most chances to win. As this is the last turn of Rain and Tailwind. And yeah, it's Special Defense. So I will just Scald the Celesteela slot. And I'm just going to Protect. And that should be the game. Because Heavy Slam, even a crit Heavy Slam won't be able to knock out Pelipper. Because of the fact Pelipper actually has a bit of a decent defense stat. But, you know, just poor Special Defense and a poor speed. So Scald does a decent amount. Heavy Slam is going to come out into Tapu Koko. Are we going to reveal the leftovers? Rain does stop. It is going to be leftovers. But again, I don't think Celesteela has a way to beat me. Because I'm pretty sure that Thunderbolt plus Scald would just be able to pick up the knockout. I wish I had Volt Switch here because I think Volt Switch would be able to secure me the game a lot safer. Because I don't know. I'm like random chance Celestia survives this, if this is like max, but I'm hoping this is able to just pick up the knockout. Modest life orb Tapu Koko. I think timid, it might have, if I was using timid, it might have actually changed the damage calc, but it will knock out the Celesteela, and that would be a good game to my opponent. So, definitely, I don't know. I feel like it was just questionable because the Rock Slide Heavy Slam was just not going to knock out Pelipper. But maybe my opponent was just maybe expecting Pelipper to double out, which kind of makes sense because of the fact that, you know, if you get rid of Pelipper, your Ninetales can get rid of the Weather, and then I'm stuck with a basically useless Golduck that can be knocked out anytime by my opponent's Tapu Koko. Yet, Rock Slide plus Heavy Slam was not going to pick up the knockout no matter what. If I stayed in, and you know, I could just Ice Beam the Garchomp turn one. Like, well, then again, people probably know this team, so probably assumes that I don't run Ice Beam, but I could just Hydro Vortex, to be honest. Like, I had no reason not to Hydro Vortex because it on most teams like that it's probably Scarf Garchomp, but like, I don't know, man. I don't know. The turn one was a bit strange. I still don't think Adamant Rock Slide plus Heavy Slam would have been able to knock out Pelipper. I'm pretty sure Rock Slide does at most 70%, and Heavy Slam would have done like 20 to 25, so I don't think it would have been a way my opponent could win. And I actually think, oh yeah, I did actually face someone I know. So our second game will be an opponent from, I think that's Korean text, Pelipper, Golduck, Muck, Xurkitree, the Crocodile, and Arcanine. What's actually funny is my opponent gets bodied by Rain and has a Rain mode, so how do I play the Rain Mirror? That's the question, I guess, because I actually I actually don't know. How are you supposed to play in this Rain matchup? But I do have Timid Pelipper, so if my opponent's Moss Pelipper, I could probably just knock it out with a combination of Hydro Pump plus Hurricane, and getting rid of the Pelipper just allows maybe Serena to put in more work. So I think the 4 Pokemon I do want to bring would be Scarf Garchomp. Actually does well here too in a late game. I actually think going with Pelipper, Golduck, Tapu Koko. I kind of want Serena, to be honest, because I feel like Serena does a decent, like, it's pretty decent in this game. It really is. But I think I need Tapu Koko, and Tapu Koko does pretty well. The only concern really is, like, if my opponent's timid Tapu Koko, timid Pelipper, it's going to be like Speed Ties, which, or my opponent protects turn 1, but I don't think my opponent will ever protect turn 1, just because of the fact that I could just Tailwind turn 1, and then my opponent would be at a huge disadvantage. So I'm pretty sure my opponent's just going to lead Rain, because otherwise my opponent's team late gets bodied by Rain himself. So Pelipper, Golduck will be on the field. Maybe my opponent will try to bait me into using Hydro Vortex. Oh, Xurkitree Muck. Ooh, okay. I will always Tailwind here because I have no reason not to Tailwind. And Hydro Vortex is Xurkitree. Like, Muck can Poison Jab, it can fire off a Gunk Shot, which would probably be the worst thing it can do, to be honest. But the fact that Hydro Vortex will be able to knock out Xurkitree unless it's like Sash or something, and Scarf won't be able to knock me out. I don't think any Xurkitree, unless it's like, what is it, Assault Vest, random Xurkitree, or Sash. Sash isn't really common on Xurkitree. It is usually tend to be bulky, but maybe my opponent did lead to Xurkitree, think it's Sash. Oh, the Muck is going to protect. Interesting. Oh, it's probably Discharge, I would assume. Wow, they're making loud noise. Okay. So Hydro Vortex will be able to come out onto the Xurkitree. If it's Sash, I'm actually very upset because the fact that these 2 Pokemon did just win. Maybe a better play would have just been going to Garchomp. Like, I could have definitely just went into Garchomp and Scarf Earthquake. But I can always do that if my opponent gets, if I just get knocked out here because it is Sash. It's not Sash Xurkitree, so basically I got the best turn possible here. I get a Tailwind up, which means I'm able to outspeed my opponent's Pelipper 100% guaranteed. Fire off a Hydro Pump plus a Hurricane that would be able to knock out that Pelipper unless it's like a random, these unconventional sets. Like, I'm assuming the worst. I'm always assuming the worst. Golduck is going to come out. I will definitely just click Hurricane into that Golduck because of the fact that it will probably be a 2 KO, to be honest. And I'll just go for a Scald into the Muck slot just because I could get the burn, and it will put the Muck in range of my Scarf Earthquake. So no matter what, Scalding the Muck is a good play. I could have Encore too, which actually might have been a better play, but I'd rather get the residual damage now, I think. As it looks like my opponent's going to go for the Hydro Vortex of his own. Yep, that's Hydro Vortex. Probably, I would assume you're targeting down my... Like, you have to be targeting down my Golduck, right? Because I don't think you're targeting Pelipper. Yeah, you're targeting at my Golduck, so I'm guessing it's a double target here. And I'm thinking Scarf Earthquake just cleans up in the end game. Wow, Hydro Vortex does more to Golduck than I imagined, actually. As we will get the Hurricane off, so this should do a decent amount to the Golduck. Yeah, that puts in Scarf Earthquake range. And we get the Confusion too, which is very, very nice here. As Poison Jab's going to come out, not doubling up. Oh my lord, not doubling up the Golduck. Might be one of the biggest mistakes you have ever done, pal. But, okay, I can just Hurricane the Golduck. And I think I could just Hydro Pump. I mean, he might have Shadow Sneak. I don't know if Shadow Sneak knocks out my Golduck here. I guess it would be pretty bad if he has Shadow Sneak, huh? But, like, I don't want to switch in anything when I don't have to. Golduck's probably... You know what? I think Skull knocks out Golduck. I think I want to double target a Golduck, because if I get rid of Golduck, that's just so huge for my Garchomp. As, oh, it looks like my opponent's going for a Protect. And he doesn't get it because of the Hurricane Confusion. Very unfortunate. That's actually... Oh, and the Muck didn't Protect too. Oh, that would have been a terrible, terrible thing. My opponent definitely outrated me there, but unfortunately the Confusion did help me out. Granted, I don't think it really changes much because I can still... Like, he's probably KOing something with Muck here. Wow, oh, wow. I even get a crit. That could have been a roll. I kind of doubt it, though. Actually... I should double check my special attack stats. I don't know if this Pelipper has more special attack than my Golduck. Pelipper is going to come out from my opponent's side. I mean, I still think I had a very, very just good shot to win no matter what. But that definitely just sealed up the game for me. Okay, we're the same special attack stat. So, Hurricane was... Either the Scald was a low roll, which could have been potential, and Hurricane got a high roll. Or, you know, crit mattered, but... Hey. Nothing I can really do. I just double up the Pelipper slot. If he protects here, I just get an Encore off the following turn, and then he can't not potentially win. So the match is going to be forfeited here. I really should have just Hydro Pumped the Muck slot, because that's what my gut was telling me. But unfortunately, I made more of a safe play just for my Garchomp to potentially win the game. Because, like, first turn he protected Muck. I don't think he really had a reason to protect Muck. Unless he was expecting the Hydro Vortex into that slot, but like, why wouldn't I target down Circuitry? It's the biggest threat to my team, well, at least my rain mode for the team, so why wouldn't I target down the Circuitry? So, a bit strange on the mind games of how that worked in the game, but, you know, still came on top. As let's get one more battle, maybe two, if like it goes by really quick. I think these battles have been going by really quick, because rain, I think, has been really strong lately, so... Let's see, we're 5-0. If you haven't checked out yesterday's video, well, you already know what happened if you've been seeing my records. Alright, we are back. Sorry. What actually happened was I was recording the third battle, and then right as the battle started, I ended up, my other roommate actually just started moving in. It's like 9 o'clock, which I'm surprised, but, you know, we got Oswa from... I don't remember where he was from, but he's 1616. Using, oh my lord, a mirror match. Oh, no. You are not allowed to have the mirror match. Okay, we're going to go Pelipper Golduck. I think Tapu, Koko, and Garchomp is probably the smart two in the back, because I think Scarf Garchomp can clean up my opponent's team. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're going to bring the same 4 Pokemon. I'm not sure if he brings Serena in this matchup, because I don't think Serena does that well, to be honest. Well, I guess I could see, like, if my opponent does predict me to lead the rain mode, you could lead, like, Serena plus Golduck and Faint Hydro Vortex knock out my Pelipper. Or I might just be able to knock out my Golduck itself. I actually don't know. But, yeah, this is definitely scary. This is definitely a scary situation. We do lead Pelipper Golduck against Pelipper Golduck, so I think it comes down to 50-50 speed tie right here. No. Well, we're going for Hurricane and I think Hydro Pump, because I don't think Scald actually picks up the knockout onto Pelipper. I could see a Protect from his Golduck or his Pelipper, but I kind of doubt it. I expect Tailwind plus maybe Hydro Vortex. I do connect the Hydro Pump, which is very nice. Very nice, okay. Actually, Scald might have actually been able to do it, but it all comes down to speed tie. We're going to see a Z-move come out from my opponent. It's going to be the Hydro Vortex, and I'm guessing that's going to be targeting out my Golduck slot? I would assume so. Like, I don't see you targeting out Pelipper for any non-reason.
What's up, man?
So the Hydro Vortex is going to come out. Yeah, target down my Golduck. That's my roommate, if people don't know. As Hydro Vortex doesn't pick up the knockout. Hurricane. Oh,
Twitch?
wow. Huh?
Twitch?
No, YouTube.
YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I will be able to knock out the Pelipper. I do win 2 speed ties, where potentially my opponent's running different sets than me, but very solid turn. As Tapu Koko is going to come out, I will just go for the Hydro Vortex into the Tapu Koko slot. And what's great is I do not have my sash broken on a Pelipper, so now I can just Tailwind. And basically that Tailwind will just ensure me that I will be able to outspeed my opponent's Pokemon. And I can just go for the Hydro Vortex here and knock out Tapu Koko. Well, that depends on the speed tie. Tapu Koko is going to protect, but I don't care because this does put him in range of Scald from my Pelipper. So hopefully we do win the speed tie, which we do, which is very nice. Unless maybe my opponent's running a slower Golduck, which I could see. I mean, my opponent's not using the QR code, so that means my opponent actually hasn't the exact same team as me technically. Might have some adjustments, maybe running a bulkier Golduck. I could definitely see that. I'm not even sure if this Golduck's supposed to be like, I'm not sure if it's even max invested, to be honest. Hydro Vortex does a good amount, as let's see, probably Scald or Hydro Pump into the Golduck, which misses. I don't think you need to risk Hydro Pump there, but hey, that's just extra from me. Now I'm just able to click Hurricane. I guess I just double up the Tapu Koko here. Nothing really wants to take a Scald. Maybe Metagross. Serena could definitely take a Scald, so I think I'm just going to double up the Tapu Koko slot because I really don't need I don't really need the damage on Golduck because of the fact that I do have my Tapu Koko, and Tapu Koko can just come out and outspeed the Golduck and Tailwind and just KO it with Thunderbolt. So I don't need that. So just go for that. Save Scald, Hurricane into that slot. If he got double, that was okay because my Pelipper outsped him anyway, and I could have just brought in Tapu Koko and threaten things with Thunderbolt plus Scald. It looks like we're going to see the Ice Beam actually come out from the Golduck, but that doesn't even do half. No, it doesn't even do half. Garchomp's going to come out, which is fine. If this is Scarf Garchomp, it is a bit annoying, but we do have Tailwind up. So I think I can just double Scald the Garchomp since it is probably Scarf, I would assume. And I will get the necessary damage onto this Garchomp that I need with the Scald. That should put in Scarf Earthquake range. Actually, that's not in Scarf Earthquake range, but Pelipper is just able to speed the Garchomp. And since it's the same, literally the same special attack set, I will be able to knock out Garchomp. The critical hit did not matter. I don't think any kind of roll would have saved him. Ice Beam is going to come out again onto Golduck, it looks like. Yep, Ice Beam on the Golduck. We'll be able to pick up the knockout, but I will just be able to go into my... I guess I could go into Garchomp or I can go into Tapu Koko. Like, either one's fine. I'm going to go into Tapu Koko here, just in case. I don't really... I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point. We did bring the exact same 4 as I thought, but... One, maybe my opponent switched it to Modest Pelipper, so it might not have been a speed tie. Obviously, we saw team differences, so it might have been Modest Pelipper, which definitely makes quite a bit of sense if I did outspeed him and just was able to KO him. But I think we kind of had similar ideas, so I'm just going to Thunderbolt and Hurricane. This game is over, but we were able to win this game and able to win this one. I wish I was able to actually win the last one that was off camera, but actually I ran out of time and actually got picked a random lead. And then I ended up losing because of the fact that I missed Hydro Pump on Circuitry. So, well, probably wasn't even going to show that battle anyway, which I'm not because I wasn't able to commentate at all as I was playing the game while multitasking. So, you won't ever be able to see that game. But I hope that everyone did enjoy today's episode. If you did, please leave a like down below. It shows your support, as well as you can check out the rest of my stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys around in another video.